I think the Royals season is looking up, and I think some people have like a different perspective on where we are right now. I think a lot of people may be pessimistic right now, but here's where we are, Royal family. We just lost the series to the Tigers. Yes. However, we are only 2.5 games behind Seattle, and we just called up Jack Caglione and Carter Jensen. Our next 2 series are at home against the Angels and the Twins. The Angels, terrible this half of the season. Only mid last half of the season. And they're really not even in contention anymore. We should be able to beat them. The Twins, even worse. They had like a slight spike in play right after they traded their whole team away, but that eventually calmed down. And they do have our number in target field, but we're 3-1 against them at home this year. I feel good about that series as well. Because of that, I think if we sweep one of these series and win the other, we might pass Seattle. And passing Seattle, to me, is only tying Seattle because we have the tiebreaker against them. So I think we can make up 2.5 games this week. I really do. Maybe even if we just win both series without a sweep. I'm not sure, but Seattle looks terrible on the road. They have a road trip all this week. They've lost 8 out of 9 of their last road games. I feel good about it. I know there's a few issues in some areas with the team. Lugo is a huge problem, showing huge red flags. Has given up more than 4 runs in 6 of his last 7 starts. Noah Cameron seems to be having some problems. I'm actually glad they gave him a rest day and called Kolek up for that rest day. Hopefully that gets him back into gear. But yeah, we do have a lot of pitching problems despite Q's decisions, which makes his decisions that much harder for him to make. And if he's not making the easy ones, then I do think it'll be fine come playoff time because he's not just gonna give up on a play. Well, I mean, maybe I shouldn't jinx it, but
yeah, I mean, you wouldn't expect him to, but we have to make it there first. Yeah. And that did bring up one thing I forgot to mention is sending down Kolek right before the roster expansion on the 1st of September. And now we can't call him up for, I know it's less than 2 weeks now, but at that time, 15 days before he could be called back up after he threw a pretty good game, I thought was really disappointing when you think about the other players we maybe could have, sent down. And of course, Lugo, like you mentioned, has kind of been struggling. Is it age? Is it fatigue? Is it both? I think maybe a little bit of both, but I think at this point in the season, I think it's mainly fatigue. And one idea that I think you brought up, which I think the Royals should at least consider in the short term, is making him a glorified bullpen piece.
Well, yeah. I'll forgive sending Kolek down if Cole Reagans is reinstated in the next 7 days, as it looks like he might be. I think Reagans is going to get added to the bullpen, and then that should be fine. I am still pretty pumped that Luinder Avila just got called up. I'm excited to see what he does. But anyways, we're currently 2.5 games back. The key for us, besides just winning these 2 easy series we have before we play the big boys, is we need to stay within 3 games of Seattle. If we stay within 3 games, then September 16th through 18th, we play the Mariners. And then, to me, we probably just need to win 2 out of 3 games. And then for the rest of the season, which I think is like 2 more series or 3 more series after that, we just have to play 1 game better than them. Now, a sweep is obviously ideal. I just think we can still do it if we're max 3 games back and we win that series, and then we just got to play some ball the next couple of weeks. I do think if Seattle goes on a heater, we might be doomed because we have some tough matchups coming up. So if we can't get any closer this week with the easy teams and they get hot, it might be over. All the other teams are pulling away, it seems. They can still plummet. Things can still happen like that. But we do need Seattle to not go on a big streak, essentially. No matter what happens, I think a key series to look at is that A's series that ends the year, because I think a lot of people are like, as long as we just play our best ball and we are in a playoff spot when we face the A's, we should be good. But we shouldn't be thinking like that because the A's have been incredibly hot. 23-17 since the All-Star break. That's 3rd in the American League, behind only us and Boston. They have a Rookie of the Year on their team. And then they have another rookie who's not going to be Rookie of the Year, but probably will win the batting title if Judge continues to slip. That's Nick Kurtz and Jacob Wilson. Their pitching has improved a lot too. I think we could easily lose that series, so we need to look at that we need to not overlook them, because I think that would be super easy to do. And then lastly, I mentioned Jack and Carter got brought up. To me, this is not like a put them in the lineup and now we might be able to get into the playoffs. This is a either put them in the lineup and we might do damage in the playoffs. We might be one of the top 5 contenders in the league, or they're gonna have a complete drought and we just gotta shut them down, send them back down, or not put them in the lineup very much. But I think that at least gives us an incredibly high ceiling, and it's worth the risk of losing a few games just to see if we can start getting those RBIs up, those that batting average with runners in scoring position, power, obviously, and then like just the thought that we could be unstoppable against lefties, that we could be unstoppable against righties could be so huge come playoff time. But I'm excited to see how they look. They're not in the starting lineup tonight as we record this on Tuesday, September 2nd. I'm hoping that's because it looks like the Angels might be just using all of their bullpen instead of a starter. So we might see a pinch hit or two.